Hi guys, Vechs here. Welcome to episode 38 of my Talents LP. And you caught me right as I was finishing the micromanagement of these food barrels here. On the last episode, somebody posted in comments that I should manually set the food here to make it even more efficient. Efficiency. Yes, efficiency. So disable all, then go to baked, then enable all the baked, and yeah, that works perfectly. So I'm just going down the line here. Did I do that one already? I think I do this one. Yes, baked there, and then the next one, and then no, this one I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this episode, I also want to experiment with balconies and maybe even arenas because I haven't messed with I haven't even made one of those yet. So there we go. Okay, so we've got a dedicated baking production line, and this has been all set to flour and wheat. So that eating noise is really loud. It's do you guys like that better with it turned off? The volume's only at 10%. This is as low as I can make that volume. I'll leave it off for a while. Just this constant chomping with so many citizens. So apparently, according to the wiki, not all roads are created equal, which kind of sucks because I didn't know that. And I have no easy way to tear up the roads. I'd have to right-click on each one and kill it, I believe. So I've just got the roads I got. I'm not gonna. I really don't feel like right-clicking on every single road tile to get rid of it. So if they ever come out with a way to rapidly tear up a road and put down a new one, then I'll use it. But I'm just not right-clicking on each individual piece to upgrade all my roads. So what I do have, though, is wooden roads, because I just like the way they looked inside my base. And I put those on a lot of areas. And I did my farm all with wooden roads, and I think it looks really good. I just love the way it looks. So, and then I've got some purple road, some orange road. Then here's the white pavement road. So yeah. Okay, so balconies, huh? So I think maybe, I probably think about this. A balcony is a place where the citizens will come and the heroes will come and stand around, and then the arena is where the badgers fight. So I think you're supposed to place the balconies around the arena, but you can also just put down balconies by themselves. So, well, I don't know. I don't know where I should put a balcony. I was trying to think that if you put a balcony and heroes come to it and you put weapons by it, it's a good... Because I actually noticed the heroes don't quite really go to my weapon racks to get stuff, but they will pick up stuff laying around in the market, so... So yeah. Oh, and my food? I don't know if I showed this last episode, but I've actually simplified my food production because producing such a large variety of things was actually inefficient, and I've realized that maybe the happiness bonus is not that important from all the food sources, or you could just get that bonus from fewer food types. You don't need to make everything. So for baking right now, I've completely disabled baking except for my bread, and I have 100 bread in reserve as like a backup. And I've decided that I'm going to stick to just a few easy to produce staple foods, and I will manually order specialty foods like cakes. Like I will manually just tell them to build like 50 of those or something like that. And that way I have a lot of idle people, because I noticed trying to produce all the food, I had people going everywhere on all kinds of production chains, and I couldn't really micro it. So I've disabled all this stuff here, And I think I've got I don't want badger meat. There we go. Yeah, I've got 300 fish queued up, and with just the fish, just focusing on fish production, they're able to keep this maxed out pretty well. And then I sometimes come in, and I'm actually, what I will do eventually, I think, is make a bunch of roasts, but I'm saving up meat for that. So what I've decided to do is stockpile large amounts of raw meat in preparation for when I make a manual production command. They'll have enough there to rapidly fill it. And I've still gotten immigrants keep arriving. I'm up to 149 people total. And you guys can auto-equip and then get in the managed group. And I'm really liking my production with how much armor I'm making. It's easy to just auto-equip everybody with a pretty decent level of gear. So there's all my raw meat I have ready. And we have a gathering. I have just some water buckets here. I did order them to have like 100 sugar on hand, raw fish on hand, and 200 flour on hand if I ever want to make tons of bread. So, and then I have a bunch of all these raw ingredients, which aren't actually raw. You can eat them, but I think of them as raw ingredients here, ready. So yeah, I've since doing that, I've noticed a much easier time keeping my staple foods, which are, well, fish right now. I think it might just be, hold on a second, I think it might just be fish. Is that all? I think it is. Fish and bread, and they don't go after the bread because they like fish better. And I do sometimes make other things. Actually, I believe I have got enough to make steak, poultry, and pork. Let me go check the reserves I have of each. Steak, poultry. Yeah, I can make, yeah, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to make 100. I'm going to order up manually 100 roasts, and we'll see what happens there. Because I've got enough. And they should. Now, all that meat should be stored way down here in the raw foods. And I made another. Oh, yeah. I expanded my food production area here. And so here's what this area looks like now. And it's got roads and. I made a new fishing area to make sure I have enough fish to feed my town. I like these fishing areas. They're very neat and compact, and I like them a lot. And I think the fishing does tie up more time than the other meats, but on the flip side, it does increase some happiness, and it keeps my people inside the base. So I think it would probably take less time to just make a bunch of cow farms still, so fishing might not be as good time-wise, but it has some other nice things that make up for it, I think. So I think it's pretty well balanced right now. I think my favorite thing about it is that it's easy for me to have it inside my castle, so it's a very defensive food source, unlike the cows, which require lots of space on grass. Even though I believe the cows are faster, because the fishing, they have to stand there, and the cows, all they got to do is basically go pick up the cow, put it on the butchering table, then take it to the stove. And that's very fast. So. Oh my lord, look at this. Look at this mess down here. Now, I do notice one bad thing about roads. That is that they don't allow people to put items on them. And they will go out of their way to try to put the item down, and they'll go somewhere else. And so that's probably not efficient. But that only really happens, I think, when I order up a giant production order. And apparently my people are eating the roasts as fast as I can make them, because they're like, oh my god, look at this awesome food, I'm going to eat it. Nom 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 nom, nom 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 nom, nom 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 nom. Oh, I hope that makes them happy. And so who is eating the roasts right now? Is there anyone? Oh, you're eating a roast. Let's see what this does to Mary Cuggy. Mary Cuggy? I wonder what group you're in. I don't know. Mary Cuggy, Mary Cuggy, Mary Cuggy. I want to see your food value here because you're eating a roast right now. Let me go find her. Mary, quite contrary, and I don't know the rest of that poem. Oh, dang it. Oh, Mary Cuggy. Okay, so she's got 0 eat value, and she's right there. Okay, so I'm going to watch her. So she's going to eat, and then... Wow, look at that! 36. 3,600 is what it filled up for her. So it's 150% of her stomach size, essentially. So now she's going to go sleep, I believe. So she's going to eat a giant roast and then go sleep. So yeah, I'm definitely going to max out my fish reserve now with all this roast here in my town. And my entire town is going to be just eating the roast and having giant food values now. Well, that's cool, actually. Oh, and these people all auto-equip, so I'll add them to the managed group. Now, right now, my food production group is every job, and this is also every job. The only job specialist I have right now are nobody. Nobody's a job specialist, because in version 11 it actually causes some lag, and it's because of them trying to do orders they're not allowed to do, and the game throws a fit. But they fixed that in version 12, so I might try and look at the job grouping in version 12 again. But for now, it seems to be just fine. Just letting them do kind of everything. Because I have enough people where it doesn't seem to matter as much. And I have a lot of people standing around getting happy. Especially with these golden statues. I assume that makes them really happy. Okay. So the balcony. I guess I will put the balcony up here. I mean, worst case scenario, I can tear it down and remake it at some other point. So, no. Yeah, balcony. Okay. Tavern. Balcony. So we put a balcony down up here. Wait. Balcony? Am I on the wrong level? I can't put it down up here? Oh, well. Let's just try on the ground here. Is there a size restriction that I'm not getting? Balcony? Oh, I guess it does have to be right beside an arena, doesn't it? Oh, so we should have a zone for the arena then. Where should we put the arena, guys? Any suggestions, maybe? Well, over here's farmland. This is inside my castle. Maybe right here. Or hey, right here. But I kind of want them... That seems kind of out of the way. And... I guess... How about right here, like a courtyard out here? Or maybe even out here. Yeah, we could poke a hole in the wall right here, I suppose. So now we have a hole in the wall right there, and we can come out here, and, well, I guess I'll make an arena. I have no idea what I'm doing. Like this, maybe? And that's a 7x7. So we've got a 7x7 arena, and then... Oh, okay, there we go. So as long as it's next to the... Let's expand the balcony. I hope I'm doing this right. Let's make it 3x3. Like this. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then... Huh. I guess I could make roads. kind of like the way the purple looks. I think the purple would look good. Well, I'll do roads later. Let's okay, so there it is, arena and balcony. So do I need walls? I have no idea how this works. So under decoration, we've got. Let me hold on a second. Let me go turn off the production of badger meat. It's under butchering. We're almost at the cap anyway. Well, for now, I'll turn it down to just 70 on hand and cancel the rest of these orders. Okay, so we won't kill any more badgers that pop out of the farm here. Badger meat's not even that good anyway. I'm just keeping it on hand. So now we have people that stand around here. They seem to like the market too. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's put a red badger in the arena and see what happens. We have a badger fighting arena. This is great. Badger fight! Rah! As soon as a badger actually pops out and at one of these farms. What are you doing? Are we gonna get a badger? Oh, maybe I do need more well, I have 5. I thought 5 would be plenty. Well, it has been. I haven't really been using badger meat for anything. So we can have a red badger in the arena. I feel like I need walls here. It seems that walls would be a good idea. But not really. What about glass walls? Or maybe clay brick? So if I do a wall like this, I want less of a wall and more of like just a fence is what I'm kind of after here. Other decorative iron bars. Maybe iron bars would look good. Let's see how that looks. I guess that looks alright. I hope I'm not doing this wrong. Okay, well let's just try the clay brick wall here. Now, can they get over this wall to put the badger in there? Let's find out if this wall actually stops. No, they can climb over the wall. Okay. Now, does that mean the badger can climb over the wall? Huh. Now, in the doors section, there's a fence here. Fence door, right? And it says it keeps the pigs and cows out, but that's all. I assume that also blocks in badgers because they're farm animals. Now, under walls, there's a log wall. Now, in wood, farm. Oh, here we go. All right, let me tear down. Dang it! I really want a delete command because I hate just right-clicking on each one. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Ah, Jesus, man, it's so cold around here. I've got the heat on too, but it seems like it doesn't even do anything. Okay, so the farm fence is in the wooden walls. Okay, carpenter's bench. So I assume that because it's called a farm fence, it will be a nice companion to the fence door, and it will keep the farm animals in. So we must need a farm fence like this. And then, I guess I cancel this order. I'll put it over here on this side, actually. And I'll put a door so that they can go into the arena to put the no, not a window. Door. Yes! Fence door right there. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, so can they hop over the fence, I wonder? Oh, he went around. So the fence you must not be able to climb over it. Okay, well that makes sense. And I guess I can destroy this, blow up that fence right there. I don't need that. Oh, hey, we got a red badger. Nice. And here comes the fence to keep them in there. Good. So I assume now the badgers cannot get out. Alright, let's try... Do we have another badger? Oh, we do have another badger. He's waiting over there. Okay, great. So they're considered decorative. I wonder what this does. Alright, let's have blue versus green. And in this corner, we have the green badger. And in this corner, weighing in at 8 pounds, 7 ounces, we have the red badger. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. That was my, that was like my 1950s announcer voice. Oh, here he comes. Here comes the green badger. Oh, badger fight! Oh, let me slow the game down to normal speed. Oh, look at him. He's just... Wow, that looks kind of funny. Can we see their... Red badger! Oh, it's a badger fight! And nobody's here at the arena to watch. Oh, look at that. Oh, and the red badger wins! Red team master race. He's lightly wounded. Cool. So he's a fighting badger. So I can't help but notice that nobody came to watch the fight. They're all still over here in the market with all the, you know, giant gold statues. They seem to enjoy that better. Okay, well, we tried. Maybe I need seating. Do I have to have seats in the arena? It kind of makes sense, I suppose. Let's try this and put seats around it and see if anybody will come and watch. Oops, I think I messed something up. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, wait, yes, I did. I'll have to cancel this order here. There we go. So now we have seats around the arena. And let's put some decorations over here. Maybe they'll enjoy. What kind of decorations do we have in stock down here? I see a silver statue. We have 2 silver Scootin' Beatin' statues. So let's try putting those down. Let's put. I'll put 1 in each corner. Here and here. And then I guess I'll put a stone statue in each corner here and here. It's like, yeah, there, okay, there we go. And then how about some of these green trees, maybe? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. Man, everybody's moving really slowly. Why is everybody moving so slow? Is it the roast? Meat fulfilled, mixed fulfilled. Or is that just... Oh! Derp. I'm on game speed 1. That would probably have something to do with it. Haha. Oh. Herp-a-derp. Herpy-derpy-derp. Herpin' and derpin', herpin' and derpin', herpin' derp, herp derp, herp derp derp. Okay, now I think I'm good for roads. I think the purple's gonna look really nice. It's gonna look fabulous. Okay. And then purple road here, 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 and here. And then, oh man, I'm gonna decorate the shit out of the boundary here, outdoors. Let's do yellow flowers. Oh, yes! Oh, so good. Oh, this is gonna look great. I am such a good decorator. Okay, and also, we need walls. I kind of want to have the walls further away though, so they don't block my view. Oh well, I can always compress them, I suppose. But I think I will give myself a little breathing room with the walls here. Yeah, let's give myself just some extra space so I don't feel like I'm so cramped up inside here. And I might make more gardens and stuff out here. Who knows? There we go. And now we get to watch them carry out all the orders I just laid out for them. Ah, doesn't that look nice, guys? Wouldn't you want to come here and watch badgers fight to the death and tear each other's guts out? Oh, so cute. Cute little animals. I wonder if any of these are the honey badger species. So is he's still lightly wounded. And I can't really... Red arena badger. Let's throw in a green one and a blue one. And another red one, I guess. And they will fight for our amusement. Yes! Now, maybe what I should do is have... oh, no, there's an idea. Is have them in a pen and have the doors closed. Like, have farm doors inside the arena. And then have them in a pen. And, oh, there they go. They're fighting. I wish I could see their stats. Cool trainer Vechs wants to battle. Cool trainer sent out Badger. Go Badger. Oh, we've got... Oh, wow. Red team. Red team is awesome. Alright. Red team is always my favorite team in video games, usually. Like on Team Fortress 2, I go out of my way to try to always be on red team. I don't know why. I just like red. Well, that's cool. People don't seem to come and watch, but at least we have an arena now, so I think we've got one... We have one of every... I think we have one of everything now, finally. We have, we haven't done fluid elevators yet, but I'll do that later. I'm not really all that interested in moving water around and having it break somehow and flood my town and everybody dies. That seems not conducive to my goals right now. Okay. Oh, that looks so good, doesn't it, guys? It really livens up the dreary gray walls. And I haven't forgotten about closing this roof in. It's a very slow process, filling all this in slowly. Alright, so I think I'll just time skip until all this is done. Time skip! And we're back. That actually took a long time. So there's my finished arena and balcony area. I think it looks quite nice. The hanging lamps, I actually was surprised to find out that they worked just on... I thought you had to attach them to a wall. You don't. You can just put them down. The only issue is that they don't face the way I'd want them to face. If they all faced inwards, it would look great. And it actually made me realize a useful decoration if the devs are looking to add more decorations, and I think they always are, because I think that's a big appeal of this game, is people decorating their town, is street lamps. Like, is there any street lamps out here on the outdoor menu? Yeah, street lamps of kind of like the hanging lamps, only they go, well, you know what a street lamp looks like. Like one of these, but the pole is middle mounted, and it comes straight down from the lamp housing. So, okay. But other than that, I like it. I think it looks good. And yeah, now we're into, man, we're having fighting animals. This is illegal in a lot of countries, just to have animals fight and die like this. Man, don't let anyone from PETA ever play the game. they would throw a shit fit. But I don't care. It's just it actually, you know, that actually kind of has grim implications for Pokemon. I mean, well, no, I won't even get started on that. But like Pokemon logic, if you try to apply real world logic, it's just ridiculous. Like, oh, you're 10 years old? Here, have this animal that breathes fire. And yeah, and you store them in little balls, and what happens to all the Pokemon in your storage area? You just leave them in there for years. Like, what's it? And I mean, could you imagine if a criminal got a hold of a Pokeball and used it on a human being? And like, could you just imagine all the uses, like all the horrible, demented uses you could do with that? Anyway, that's wow. That's that was indeed a tangent. Okay, so so the arena's done. It looks nice. I was thinking about these roads, and I have a suggestion: is just make all the roads have the same travel value, because I don't necessarily like how these gel roads look. And like inside, the wood roads look so much better for the inside of a building, and I just like the way the pavement roads and the wooden roads look. So it'd be nice if all the roads were just the same as far as gameplay goes, and you just pick the one you like the looks of. And I was looking at the resource requirements. It's not really, I mean, all this takes is just blue flowers or red flowers. No, I'm sorry. Oh, that's weird. That takes blue flowers. That takes green color. Oh, it's because of the mixing. Oh, duh. Okay, never mind. But yeah, that's all renewable, and so is even stone, I believe, is renewable. I saw somebody said that you can get renewable stone, like, down. You put, like, a mine on a dense stone pocket. But even still, I mean, as soon as you get to the very first level of the dungeon, I mean, look at this. Am I ever going to run out of stone? I would be really surprised if I ever actually did manage to run out. But even on the surface, just, you know, mine down some mountain or something, and there you go. So it's not like any of these are resource intensive. So that's why I'm saying they should all be the same, because it's not like, I mean, maybe if one of them took iron to make, you know, then I could, or copper or something, then I could see it being better. But I mean, all these are pretty trivial to make, so I don't think it really matters. Because my favorite thing is the wooden road, which I think that might be new, actually. And I really like that they put that in there. That's really cool because it's a very nice looking floor tile for inside a building, and I like it a lot. Okay, so that was the arena and the balcony. So we got arenas and balconies done. I think I might call it here because that was a pretty productive. I had a very specific thing I wanted to get done, and we did it. And I've set up the production line and optimized it a bit more. Let's test that out. I want to see it in action. They're not actually baking anything. Let's order them to keep 200 bread on hand, and we'll see what happens. So they should take the stuff, they take it from there, they go to the baker's table, they go right to the baker's ovens, and then put it in the barrels right here, guys. You can't do that one last little step. You're gonna have to have the haulers come in. All right. Well, so mill to the barrels, to the baker's tables, to the. Well, I guess it's the haulers have a very short. Where are you going with that? Where are you going with that? Put it in the barrel. It's right here. These are the bread barrels. They are. I did set them up right, didn't I? Baked? Yeah, all the baked goods. Oh, Lord. Now, what would be kind of cool, actually, is to set up a production chain. Like, okay, let's just think about this with me here and visualize this. Let's say there's a selection, a button down here. So there's a selection button, and I click on the selection button, right? And then, just so I can draw a box, I'll use till for now. And then I take the selection button and I pick, like right here, and I select all these. And so they're selected. And then I can maybe, well, no. Maybe like an output and storage priority here. Basically, what I would want to do is select, select these, and say select all the mills, and the game's like, okay, now what do you want me to do with the mills? And say prioritize the output of the mills to make another selection and select these specific barrels. And so if I ever selected the mills in the future, I might see like a thin red line going to a barrel or something, so that it shows me that the game recognizes that it wants me to, I want it to prioritize the output of the mill to these barrels here. And so anybody working with the mill, usually what they do is they make the product, and then they immediately drop it on the floor, and then a hauler comes and picks it up. So by telling it, giving it a priority output, it says, hey, instead of just dropping it on the floor, go ahead and use it on the next thing in the list that I've selected, which would be these barrels here. So they take the flour and take it to the barrels and go ahead and put it in there without dropping it on the floor and having a hauler come to do it. So it would cut out one of those steps. And then I could say, maybe select the baker's tables here, and then select the barrels like that, and then say, okay, if you're using this baker's table, before you check any other containers, go ahead and check these barrels for ingredients first. You see where I'm going with this? And then do the exact same thing. Select these baker's tables and then select these baker's ovens and say, if you're using this baker's table, prioritize using these ovens here to bake with. And then do the same thing with the ovens. Select the ovens and say, after you get done using the ovens, prioritize depositing your stuff in these barrels, just like I did with the mills. You know, where I said, hey, don't drop it on the floor. Go ahead and attempt to put it in one of these barrels if you can, if they have room. Do the same thing here with the baker's ovens. Say, okay, go ahead and try to put it in one of these barrels if it has room. And then, if not, then you can just go ahead and drop it on the floor like you normally do. But that way you could make a nice, very neatly organized production chain, which would be kind of cool. Because that's one thing, it sometimes it's painful to watch, like how he puts the flour right. He drops it on the floor, and he could take literally 1-2 steps and put it in the barrel right there. I'm just like, why can't you just go ahead and stick it in the barrel? But I know why that's not like that. Like, I know why it's important to not have them immediately try to do a hauling command, because you might not always have the barrel so close. But or maybe, you know what? Maybe when they get ready to drop the... I got an idea. Here's another idea for you. Maybe, and they did make that bread remarkably fast, I must say. Okay, here's the idea. If they make something like flour, or if they make a product, any kind of product, before they go to do the drop command for it, while they're still holding it, make them do a quick search if there is a container within X number of tiles. So say, search if it's within 10 tiles. Then instead of just dropping it, start an immediate haul command and go ahead and take it to one of those containers that the function found. And if not, go ahead and drop it. And maybe in the options here for game, right here, say the automatic container search, and you could click on this and specify, like, just click it and change the number of tiles they'll look. Or you could even have it at 0 if you want them to retain the old functionality, where they just go ahead and drop it. So that'd be kind of cool. That would actually do pretty much the exact same thing I was just talking about without the selection. Because if you did the selections, you'd have to code in a new just entire system to handling you selecting things. Yeah, so I guess that's so this game is still in, I don't know, testing, beta. It's not done yet. The game's not done yet. There we go. Let's just call it that. So that's my ideas for this episode. Is a search function for the townie who just made something. Instead of dropping it, make them search for like 10 tiles in a radius around them if there's a container. If so, go ahead and put that item they just made in the container instead of dropping it. And if they can't find an open container, then they just drop it like they normally do. I think that would have a huge impact on production chains. Suggestion number 2 would be a dismantle command for like walls, and so I could just, if I want to tear down a wall really fast, instead of right clicking on each one, I could just click some button and then just, dismantle. There you go, dismantle it. And like, I thought maybe mine would work on my own walls. And actually, I'm glad it doesn't. I'm actually glad that mine does not work on my own walls. That'd be kind of annoying in some situations. But some sort of dismantle command would be nice. It would be really nice for these roads too, if I ever wanted to tear up a road really fast. Because my options, I believe, right now are to right-click, destroy, right-click, destroy, right-click, destroy. And if I had to tear, like, say I wanted to change the color in here, I'd have to tear up every single road tile like individually, and it would be so much easier if I could just go skabam, and the townspeople would come and either destroy it or turn it back to an... Oh, there you go. Have one command be an actual destroy, where they just destroy the thing, and then have another command be a dismantle, where they turn it back into an item that can be moved to a stockpile. And that would be very useful for these decorations here, because I don't believe I have a way of turning this back into an item and moving it. So once you place one of those down, it's final. Unless you can figure out a way to make it drop or something and turn it back into an item by digging up the floor, but that's kind of convoluted. Okay, so I think that's it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. We're up to 158 people. My town just grows now without me really having to do too much, because I have so many people who can idle now. Man, I have so much food too. And that's not even full of bread. Tell you what, let's order up some more emergency rations here, just because they're not even, like, the barrels aren't even full. Go ahead, order more stuff. There we go. Yeah, 200, 201, 202. $205, $204. Did I have another bakery down? Oh, I do have another bakery down here. That's why it's going so fast. Well, cool. Yeah, so I've really fixed up my food production, and I'll retract my statement on having a large amount of mixed food. I think the best thing to do is, I mean, I do have mixed food. Like, if they really want to eat something different, I've got some stuff here. If they're craving something different. So, I think the automatic production of variety food is a bad idea. From my experience thus far, I would say have a very nice staple food. In my case, I've gone with fish, and it's been working pretty well. But you could easily do probably any of the other meats, honestly. Ooh, wow! I've got an excess of cows here. Let me just order up some of this and thin out some of the numbers here. There we go. And I'll order up 10 of those too. But yeah, have automatic production of just a few, maybe like 1 or 2, maybe 3 staple foods. We're up to 299 bread already. Wow. And then for the variety food, just manually order them to make them. That seems to work best, because that's what I've been doing. Like, if you want to make a push, I guess if you want to make a push for more citizens and you want that variety food bonus, just, go through and manually order up all the things. Now, one thing I did do that I do have on automatic production is the gathering of the raw materials that you need to make the food. So anytime I want to make them, I can instantly start making the stuff and not have to get the materials. And this is pretty safe. Like, once they've gathered it, your stockpile stays, because the townies don't eat this stuff. Just because it's such poor quality food, or they, just cannot eat it. Like, they can't eat just flour or sugar. But you can eat sugar. Like, I think at one point I had 20 jungle salads, and I'm down to 17, so they seem to only they eat them rarely. I guess when they crave variety, I have no idea if their AI is programmed to occasionally eat something else just for variety's sake, but anyway, that's about it. Alright, I hope you found this informative. That's one reason I'm doing this, is that, and another reason I'm doing this without looking up stuff, I'm not looking up information, because I think it's more informative to watch somebody play the game and learn the game as they go, just from what the game tells me. Like, if I go, for example, if I go look up information in the wiki, and the devs are watching this LP, I'm not going to give them good information on what in their game is easy to learn and what is too esoteric to learn, just by going and looking it up in the wiki. By doing it completely blind and not looking up anything other than what I can figure out in the game and what information the game presents me, I can test the game better for the developers and give better feedback. Like the roads here, for example. There's nothing in here in the description that lets me know one road is better than another, other than they obviously they look different. So, you know, so that's like some feedback I can give. I can say, okay, well, if these roads actually are different, you should list, you know, the difference in their speed on here in the description so people know. Although I think all roads should just be the same, and it should just be, you know, you just pick what road you like the looks of the most, because I would like that a lot better. Because I feel like with these wooden roads, I like the way they look, but I feel like I'm gimping myself by not using one of these other types, even though I don't like the way they look as much for inside of a building. Anyway, and the sieges is another thing. It's like the game provided me no information that the sieges would be getting stronger over time, so I suggested in the announcements, you know, every time you get, anytime the game state changes, like you get immigrants, maybe it should say something like, the forces threatening your town have grown stronger. Or if you have a disaster and you lose a bunch of people, it could say the forces threatening your town have grown weaker. So the game gives you that information, and you know, oh, okay, it's you know, things got more dangerous. But if I had read a guide about the game and just known that information, then I wouldn't have been able to provide that feedback, because I wouldn't have realized, oh, hey, the game didn't tell me anything about this. I just happened to have known it because I read a guide or a walkthrough or something. So that's why I'm playing this game completely blind, and I'm trying my best not to figure out stuff. So don't post spoilers and just random. I see people posting random bits of information in the comments. I mean, I thank you for that, but that's not what I want. You know, I'm trying to figure out things on my own. Okay. So that's finally it. I think that's everything I have to say for this episode. And I'll see you guys next time. And I think next episode I've done... I mean, there's still things I need to do. I still need to do stuff like this. Still make the wall and fill that in. I'll finish filling in my roof off camera. And next episode we'll poke more down in the dungeon and see what's going on down there. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. And until then, take it easy.